It was all mine. It's a combination. I mean, we felt like the fans wanted it, and we had been talking about it for a couple of years. But like Dan had a kid, and then Jacob was in Nashville, and then Ashley, so there was always somebody that couldn't do it, and then finally the four of us were kind of into it, and we just decided that if Ashley wasn't going to do what you did, then we would still move forward as the four of us. So it was a collective thing.
No. No, they had to drag me kicking and screaming.
Still am.
Yeah. I became really comfortable with my life, with my wife and son, and I was really hesitant to give that away. So they had to convince me that this could be a good thing, and I was also skeptical that people even cared. So being on the road and having people come out to the shows has been a big eye-opener to me. I expected 6 people, 6, 7 people, maybe 10 max, show up to the shows. So it's been good. 12 years after the fact.
So we're doing good because it's pretty packed out there.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Good job.
It's exciting. It's very exciting.
For us too.
This to me is the best part. So I went to Nashville and I played clubs, all clubs like this. But to do it with O-Town and to start over, it feels like a new brand new band to us. We're starting over. But we're lucky enough to have fans that remember us from 15 years ago, still showing up, still showing up to our shows. And like, it's smaller, yes, but that's a good house. That's fun.
It did take
and
a
those are all
change.
the people that have followed us for 15 years. So if we're going to do a show and play for anybody, I want to play for them. Because they've been with us and they support us the whole reason. And the only reason why we're doing this now is we have them begging us to do it again.
It did take a change in mindset though, to get used to it. I think we took it for granted the first time through. And so to have people come, this many people come after the fact, we realize, how awesome those people are that stuck around for, the decade, over a decade away.
Okay.
It was actually written by a guy named Marcel and Sammy out a couple guys from the UK. But it was produced by Jacob and
Me and my partner in
producing
San
partner,
Diego,
Mark. Yeah.
it's Mark Suhonen Studios. He's a badass. Him and I went in, we had this song, we went through a lot of songs to try and pick a first single. And that was the hardest. The first one is the first one, and you can't take it back. We had this song that they submitted, and it was good. It was the production was a little weak, and we changed the key and went in, and I just heard the quality of the song without the production being there. So me and my buddy went in and produced the track, and I sent it to the guys. They loved the track, and it is what it is now.
Yeah, well, after we had Skydive, just to reverse back, it was never supposed to be an album. It was only supposed to be one song, come back out to Europe, maybe get some shows together, maybe get a couple of people to come to the shows. It was never meant to be this long process. And then once we finished Skydive and heard Skydive back, we realized there was something special when all 4 of us were singing together again. And it really inspired everyone in our team other than us to say, hey, you guys should probably put together an album. And then because Skydive was finished, it allowed us to go back in and start writing other stuff. And so I think you should expect close to 70% of the album written and presented by,
Produced by, written by,
by us.
Okay, this is special. This is special to me. There's a spot in San Diego, East County, San Diego, in the high desert, that my uncles found in the 70s. And it's called the Valley of the Moon. It's called the Valley of the Crescent Moon, to be honest, the full name. So we go up there and we party because there's no law, there's no cops, no nothing. We go up there and we party, we shoot guns and have fun. And every time we go up there, every year we go up for my brother's birthday party. And I kept thinking this would be the perfect place to do a music video. Never expecting O-Town to do another music video. But when Skydive came out, I couldn't imagine a better spot than this desert, this high desert, because as far as the eye can see is nothing. And the visual with Skydive is just, it's massive. So I convinced these guys to go up a mountain at 4 in the morning, 200-foot drops, and I was bombing it with my car to try and get up before the sun rose, you know. And we had drones and we had all these people up there, and they're screaming at me because I almost killed them a few times. They don't know I was scared, but I almost did. and I brought them up to a place that we've been partying at since the 70s, and we shot a music video. So it's very special to me because when you see that canyon, when you see that cliff, that's where I party every year. That's my spot. And I'm finally like showing the world where I party every year.
And the video will come out on Friday.
Comes out on Friday.
Everybody's gonna be able to see the video on Friday.
Exciting.
We are excited too.
I can't wait.
We're excited too. I think you can expect us, Ross, what comes from inside of us, and just what we wanted to say, what we want to say, and what we want to do. We want to have fun. We want to get you guys thinking, moving. You know, it's just everything, like I said, is coming from us, and it's just we haven't had a chance to do that.
This is music we would actually listen to ourselves. I mean, when you're tied into a big contract, and sometimes the songs you have to sing because they love it and they buy it. This album, all the songs we did because we love them. Not for any business strategy, not for anything other than we love them and we will listen to them. So that's what I think is the most different from the rest, is that this album is us.
And it's us from over the past 10 years, you know, or 12 years, you know. We experienced so much life, you know, over the course of the last 10 years. This album has to reflect that. And it has to reflect that in a mature way. You know, I'm sure all the fans out there, they loved the old O-Town. And I think they're here because of the nostalgic feeling that they get of being brought back to when they were young. And we're happy to give that to them. This new album is a very big departure from that old sound. And we expect those fans that are out there to have different musical tastes too now, because they've all matured. Everyone's grown up a lot more. So this album is geared towards that, geared towards, you know, connecting with an older fan base. Lines and Circles was the name that I suggested to the guys after I saw Dan's design for the logo. And if you look at the logo, not the bullet logo, but the actual O-Town text, there's a circle with a line. And on my iPad, it rotates the picture when I pick it up and stuff. So I was sitting at home and my iPad had rotated and rotated the design on its side, and the zero and the line in the circle made a 10. And I was like, oh, that's the 10 years. It's been a decade.
Totally intentional by me, by the way. Totally intentional.
And so I saw that, and I saw that it meant 10. It had that decade behind it, and then it was a line, and it was a circle, and then metaphorically, it just meant so much to me, in a sense where we had started this process so many different times, and sometimes it stopped, and then sometimes we just find ourselves going around in circles. So the metaphor really fit what we were going through as a band over the course of trying to get back together over the course of the last 12 years. And I suggested it to them, and you know, I gave them the explanation, and they bought it.
It's awesome.
Right.
It's amazing how well it fit.
Yeah.
And I think it fits not just to us, but to any human, and that's why we loved it so much, is that everybody at some point in their life feels like they're running in circles, or they're on a path. And that's where we were. We were in O-Town, and then we were on our own path, and then 12, well, now 15 years almost later, back to square one. It's a full circle. So it just fit in so many ways that we love it.
And there's a song on the album called Lines and Circles too, so.
Which is awesome. Dan did the artwork, yeah.
Dan does the design for everything that we have.
Where did he
Anything
go?
that you see. Where's the shirt?
Where'd it go?
We have a
Oh,
shirt.
here. Dan did this. Look at this. This is the coolest t-shirt on the planet. Period. 4 lines, 4 guys. O-Town's back, bitch. See, I got to say, you know.
The beer is blocking. The beer is blocking O-Town.
Oh, well. What's more important?
O-Town.
Okay. You hold it then. 'Cause
So
I
yeah,
got this.
these guys were nice enough to let me kind of take the lead on that stuff. So
It's not nice enough. He's good enough.
Yeah, he's a G.
This is one of the best things that we have done in the group for the last 15 years is educate ourselves. We went out, we did the whole O-Town thing at 19 years old until we were 23. We got a lot of education there. But after the fact, I went and got a business degree, almost my MBA. He went and got a degree in graphic design. We ended up like realizing what we were lacking as a band and what we could do on our own. And you know, we graduated together, actually, which was weird. We graduated at the same time. And all of us were talking about what to do. Like, are we going to do this reunion? Are we going to not? Or do solo stuff? Or work for another company? And it made sense to join forces. And it's a big question mark for us to say, what could we do with just us? Without Lou, without Clive Davis, without the TV show, without all the bullshit. They brought us together because they thought that we were good together. And now we want to see what we can do together without all that. And we went and educated ourselves. And at this point in our life, we feel like this is our time to see what we can do on our own. It's not to prove anything, really. It's just to see what we can do. We love O-Town. We love singing together. We love the music we're creating now, and the opportunity to do design, take over this as a business, and see what we can do with it. And the fact that we have fans out there, and we haven't been here in 12 years, is crazy. It makes it worth it to us. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Big surprise. I'm so.
I think that's across the board, obviously. But I mean, our experience has really influenced us. I think me. You know, just as far as everything he just said, as far as what we're doing now, everything that happened in the past was really influenced. So Clive Davis influenced us. You know, Lou Pearlman influenced us. You know, all these people have influenced us to do exactly what we're doing right now.
I feel like it was a big prep. It's like the 4 years of college we did with O-Town in the beginning, and they let us go, and we go get some life experience, only to come back here and do it again.
Well, I mean, our musical tastes have changed. I think over the years, you know, I listen to a lot more indie music. I know we all love a lot of the newcomers that are out. I'm a real big fan of One Republic.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons. Yeah. Just I'm just a huge fan of melody, so I tend to just follow guys and bands and groups that really focus in on melody, regardless of the genre.
Sam Smith was one that just came out that really blew us away because we're vocalists. And the fact that he's from the UK and is killing it in the States is pretty spectacular. It's special. Not a lot of people can do what he can do. So he's been on my iPod for like the last month.
My favorite song right now at this very moment is Am I Wrong by Nico and Vince.
Mine is Stay With Me, Sam Cooke.
Sam
Acoustic.
Smith.
I keep saying
You keep
Sam
saying
Cooke.
Sam Cooke.
He's great too.
Old school. Sam Cooke is great too. Sam Smith, Stay With Me, acoustic version. There it is. Whew. Awesome.
Skydive.
I don't really listen to that much music.
I think mine is.
a lot of children's music.
Yeah, he listens to a lot of Patty Gay, you know,
Yeah.
Macarella Rosie. I think my favorite song right now is Chromeo, Jealousy.
Jealous.
Jealous. I don't think it's out here yet, but it's more of like a dance, up-tempo dance track. Chromeo.
Yeah, my crotch split in half.
Your what? Split in half?
My crotch.
Oh, the pants. The pants.
Oh, the pants, not your real pants.
That happened to me when we were in New York.
Clive Davis, our executive producer, is at the show, and I step up onto the mic, like onto the monitor, and my pants ripped from here to here.
At least you had underwear on. It happened to me.
I didn't say that either. That was pretty bad, though. I gotta be honest. But I think Ashley flipping off in front of the stage in Germany was probably.
He fell off the stage?
Fell off?
I don't remember
He
that.
flew off. Are you serious?
I don't remember that. Do
Oh,
you remember
awesome.
Still got the paintings of
that?
women.
Blocked it out?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Thank God it wasn't my story.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's funny. I think across the board we could all agree that All or Nothing is probably the one that means the most to us as a group because it's obviously our biggest song. But when after starting doing the show, this particular tour, Liquid Dreams, out of all the songs, means so much to me because it's the first one, and I think because it was so big in Europe and especially in the UK that when we first got on stage and we did that first show in London and that's the first song we sang, it kind of just brought me really back to that moment where we first started our career. And oddly enough, it sounds weird, but that song probably means the most to me right now.
I mean, I think All or Nothing. I mean, the rest, it's just me.
Honestly, mine is the new stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We have Skydive, and our second single, what we're prepping for right now, is my favorite song O-Town's ever done. The second single, which I'm not even going to talk about it because we're on Skydive. But the second single is the best song we've ever done. So what we're doing right now for this album, Skydive, the second single, the third single, is the best stuff we've ever done. And that's the only O-Town music I play in my car. I've never played the old stuff in my car. But the new stuff, I play at 11.
11.
I think we would if it was right. We do have an interesting story because we come from television. I think we have the platform, obviously, to go back to television because it's what we were. I think if we want to tell this version of our story, then yeah, I mean, we definitely would entertain that for sure. Yeah.
So you'd have to drag me kicking and screaming again.
Yeah, you know.
We're used to it.
I'll just write him a check and he'll be like, oh, all right, okay.
All right. It wasn't that bad. Mark Hudson, for me, was the first person that popped in my mind when you said that. Mark Hudson
Produced Love Should Be a Crime.
produced Love Should Be a Crime. He's from the Hudson Brothers. He worked with the Beatles. And he taught us a lot about music. We sang that song standing around one microphone. He mixed us by pulling us and pushing us forward. And he really gave us, see, at the time, how do I say this right? Clyde Davis and I didn't get along too well because I was young and stupid. And him and Clyde had a hard time too. So he pulled me aside and did that, you know, it's okay, man. You're okay. You're young, but you'll do it. And so that kind of stuck with me because it gave me encouragement. He's not a huge celebrity, but it really stuck with me.
Yeah, I mean, we've met a lot of celebrities, but it's hard for them to like have an impact on you or make an impact unless you're like with them a lot or whatever. But for me, I mean, it would be Rich Cronin from LFO.
Oh, yeah.
He made the biggest impression on me and taught us my ability to write music and really come from myself. And,
At any time,
of our life or anytime.
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 That ain't Gail. Coming up with the best questions.
We were just talking about this, about how much we
said
love
that.
history.
Yeah.
So
I was just talking about how much I love my Aunt Gail.
Ah, man. I don't know.
I would love to be a part of the crowd that saw Jesus rise to heaven. That would be awesome.
I think I would like to go back to day one and find out the truth. Find out how it all came about.
Yeah, I would like to go back to day one, right before Adam took that apple off the tree and tell him, don't fucker, man.
You guys are really
You got
serious.
paid.
I want to go back to 2009, 2010 when the Lakers were still won champs.
I wouldn't mind
Because
going
that time
back
ain't
to,
coming back for a long
2005,
time.
It ain't never
2006,
happening.
before LeBron ripped my heart out.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had to go back in time, I just go back to like random Thursday in July. Like the year doesn't really matter as long as you just plop me down. Just plop me down on like that day and just like forget you put me there. Just leave me alone. Just plop me down and just let me do my thing.
Just let you be. Got it.
Yeah.
But we're close. He's so boring.
And Gail.
And then I would travel back to that day that Dan traveled that night, push him into the streets and say, "This is Dan from O-Town!" and ruin his whole day.
And they say, "Who's O-Town?" Because it'd be like,
Yeah.
it'd be like the medieval times.
That's where you want to go back, huh? Playing with your little recorder on the streets.
I don't know. I just said random.
Hey, we're rambling. You have more
Yeah,
questions.
sorry.
Touring. It's so hard just to differentiate that with the touring for me, just because we get to see so many places that we've never been or come back to like this. I mean, recording's awesome because you're doing the art, but getting out there and touring and doing it live for people and getting that reaction back it's just a great rush.
It used to be performing for me. I think now I've fallen in love with the songwriting process so much that I'm a nervous wreck out there on stage. I have like actual stage fright now in my like 30s that I never had when I was in my 20s. So yeah, I think the recording process and the writing process is something I prefer.
And I'm totally opposite. I hate recording because it's never good enough, ever. I stayed in the studio for 6 years doing the same song, but when you go out on stage, you get an hour and it's over, and that's it. It's the most gratifying thing in the world.
One minute.
It's been great. It's been great being back here. It really has. Again, just the fact that there's a lot of people here that waited 10, 12, however many years it's been. They're still here. That means a lot. And Germany has always been a big supporter of us. So
We started here.
yeah, we did a lot of our early recording. A week or two after I joined the band, I was on a plane coming to Germany
Yeah.
to record Take Me Under, or turn into Take Me Under.
We weren't even signed yet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we have history here.
A lot of history in Germany for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want it to end. If we didn't have an album to finish, because we have like 2-3 more songs to do and we're done. If we didn't have to do that, we were all going to stay another week or two just to hang out. So next time we come, we'll just stay a week or two just to hang out. But we got work to do right now. We got to finish an album. September is what we're talking about because the album comes out August 3rd. August 3rd is what the tentative date, but it is August. And then we would like to come back right after that to support it. And now, like this tour, we're playing all of our old songs, all the old singles, and the new one. Next time we come, we're going to do the whole new record. So we're coming back, and I think September.
Okay. That's it.
awesome.
I can turn around, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your O-Town reunion?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on reunion.de.
Oh my god. Awesome.
Your mom likes everything with Twitter.
I love that. I got
She's
you.
great.
I think Mickey does too,
Yes.
right?
I didn't mean to not know.
I don't think
Angela. I follow you guys.
No, but Angela.
Thank you.
Your mom too.
So,
Angela, Mickey, and Michelle. Hey, we're O-Town. You are on otownreunion.de. Are you a skydiver? Are you a town folk? We hope you are, and we're happy you are. See you soon. Coming back. Promise. Truth.
Thank you.